Hello, YouTubers. I'm Angela Logan, and this is Everyday Shenanigans. It is Friday, November 29th, 2019. Warm greetings from the high 10. Next video. Okay, so it is Black Friday in America, and I'm sure you all are out there shopping and spending all of that good money you have earned this year. Please be safe out there. And for those of you who are like me inside, enjoying peace of mind. Hello, hello, hello. I want to bring you all a story that is a month old. I stumbled across this story on I think it was Facebook or YouTube, and I want to bring you this story, and I will follow through with this story as well as the other ones we discussed, because this is most definitely an interesting story. And I do have to say that October 12th must have been at full moon in America, because so much buffoonery and shenanigans and mayhem took place on October 12th. This is another story that took place on October 12th of 2019 that is utter chaos and just bona fide ignorance. Okay? But I'm going to bring it to you, and drop your comments below after I give my commentary. Okay, you guys, this commentary I'm bringing to you is of News and Record. So if you need verification, you can log onto their app and get the said information. 2 women may face death penalty after SUV driven into group at Greensboro, Exxon, killing 1 and injuring 5 others. And note, this took place October 12, 2019. This story is brought to you by Danielle Battaglia. You can reach her at Danielle Battaglia at Greensboro.com, dated October 15, 2019, when this story was recorded. Okay, or article updated, excuse me. That's what it says, Greensboro, why? That's what a family is asking after their daughter was run over twice outside an Exxon gas station over the weekend, a bizarre incident that involved 5 other people who were hit for reasons that are still not clear. Miranda Chantel Wallington, 28, and Fana Anquette Felton, 27, could face the death penalty after allegedly striking 6 people, critically injuring 3, and killing 30-year-old Zanelle Tucker. On Monday night, family and friends of Tucker gathered at the Exxon on Westgate City Boulevard to hold a vigil. More than 75 people attended, holding balloons and embracing each other. It was the climax of a somber day. Hours earlier, some of those same people were in court to see Wallington, who police say was the driver, and Felton, her friend, appear before a judge. A man who said he was Tucker's father asked to address Wallington. "I want to ask the court, why did she have to kill my daughter?" The incident occurred at 3:04 a.m. Saturday. By the time police arrived, several bodies were on the ground. According to several cell phone videos posted on social media, a fight had preceded the homicide. The video shows Tucker and Wallington trying to prevent Felton from fighting an unidentified person. It's unknown to what extent, if any, the other 5 people hit were involved in the fracas. A 22-minute video on YouTube details a chaotic scene punctuated by screaming and yelling. At one point, Wallington falls to the ground. Tucker helps her up, and that is the victim. "Come here," Felton shouts. "Come here." Wallington and Tucker try to hold Felton back, but others join the fight. Then the crowd inexplicably turns on Wallington. She falls to the ground and is kicked, punched, and dragged. The video later shows a black SUV going in reverse, allegedly driven by Wallington, and plows into a group of people between the gas pumps, sending them sprawling to the ground. They were still prone when the vehicle rolls over them again. The video cuts away to police hovering over several bodies. Blood is pooled in several spots around the gas station. In court Monday, Wallington and Felton had very different reactions to possibly facing the death penalty. Felton looked up toward the ceiling and shook her head as a tear rolled down her cheek. Wallington looked unaffected, but asked to say something after Tucker's father spoke. Judge Larry Archie denied her request. As I stated, if you need verification for this story, this is a News and Record article, and you can reach, I guess, the author of this story, Danielle Battaglia, Danielle.Battaglia at Greensboro.com. This is a October 15th article, and the incident took place on October 12th. And let me give you some information from WXII 12. This statement was an interview of one of the victims, and her name is Latika Tucker, who is the cousin of the victim, Zanelle Tucker. And she wants everyone to know, and this was updated October 21st, that she has no hatred in her body. Mind you, she has 2 kids. She had to learning how to walk and stand again. She had broken bones in her hip, back, and legs. And she was ran over twice during this incident. And the doctor says it may be 6 months before she fully recovers. And that story is brought to you by WXII 12. If you need to verify that information of Miss Latika Tucker's commentary on how she has forgiven the 2 females who were in this incident, that were behind the wheel of the car on this incident at the Exxon gas station. And so I'm going to give you my commentary now on the said information about this story. I did watch the video of this crime. It was like a 2-part video because obviously different people were filming. And what I saw, yes, people tussling and fussing or whatever, I had about forgot all about that, because just the image of the vehicle running over the people, backing, going in reverse, then back forward, led me to think that she, they, whomever, weren't in that much danger, only because when I see the car go back in reverse, you can see space to where the vehicle could have gone on its merry way. Do you understand what I'm saying? I didn't see people jumping on the SUV. I didn't see people running up trying to get anyone out of the SUV. So at the point of getting inside of the vehicle, the person could have, in my opinion, fled the scene and left well enough alone. These 2 ladies who were fighting back and forth, tussling with others, at some point I felt like the one lady with the braids, the darker skinned lady, could have, let me make sure I get their names right. Felton, that's the darker skinned lady. Fana and Quet. I felt like watching her in the video, at some point she should have stopped. That once they got through tussling, fussing, everybody jumping and whatever, that she should have went on. Because at one point she snatched the phone out of a lady's hand. She or the other girl had snatched the phone out of another lady who was filming. And yes, this person is standing there filming, all up in their peripheral, watching. Some could say, well, she was minding her business. It's however you want to take it. The point I'm trying to make is, those ladies snatched the phone out of that one lady's hand who was filming. And I guess the one who was filming, once the phone fell to the ground, she went on and got her licks in. And then some guy picked up her phone and still kept filming, and then eventually handed the phone over to the young lady, who then resumed filming. And at this point, the victims had already been hit by the SUV, and she was just going on and on about how, this girl got in her face, snatched her phone, how she wanted to get at her, woo woo woo. I'm not going to dwell on that. If you want to find the video, it's on YouTube. But the point I'm making is, why snatch the phone out this person's hand? You've already been allegedly jumped by some other people, and then you're going to go over to this person, who I don't know what their stake was in the fight, because like I said, I didn't go back to rewatch the fight again or whatever. But what I'm saying is, this person is over here filming you. Why then go to that person to snatch their phone? You're now getting into another altercation with someone else, or initiating another fight. And then now this person lashes out because naturally you snatched her phone, it fell to the ground, and now they're tagging you now. And I believe that's when, I guess, one of them got heated and hot and said, F this, now I'm going to jump in this SUV and just mow everybody down. But you end up mowing down somebody that you knew, right? Your friend? Because Miss Zanelle, I believe, is friends with them. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Someone could gladly correct me. But I assume that they were together because of what I read in the article, that when they were all tussling, she was right in there with one of the suspects trying to help or assist. So it's like, how do you end up running over your own friend? Because in the video, I see the passenger door open, if I'm not mistaken. If that's the view I had. Because you know it's always opposite when you're filming. But, hell, maybe it was the driver's door to get me to line. Well, one of the doors was open in the video. And you could see the person driving, going in reverse, and then forward. So you're not going to even be able to explain that to no sane judge or 12 members of a jury that you didn't know what you were doing. And you're not going to even be able to say that you feared for your life. Because they're going to see the video and they're going to see where you went in reverse. Miss Wallington, because that's who they're saying was driving. That is the lighter skinned young lady. Okay, with the short hair. When you watch the video on YouTube, because you can watch the court appearance on YouTube if you choose to. People are going to see that you had space to leave the scene of the incident. That when you went in reverse, round one, you could have left. But you did not. You put the car in drive and then mowed back over the people. It's a horrific scene. Because the first time I watched it, when the car went in reverse, I thought someone was leaning over a car. I couldn't tell if it was a male or what, but I thought maybe the person was sick or I don't know, because I heard somebody say something about somebody being passed out. So I assumed it was the person that was leaning on the car when the SUV first went in reverse. And I thought, man, you just gonna run them people over like that? Now, maybe these are people that were in the altercation with these two young ladies. I can't say, because like I said, so much was going on. I wasn't trying to identify whom or whatever. The point I'm making is that at some point, these two young ladies and the party that was with them should have left the scene. My understanding is that this stemmed from an accident at the gas station. Words ensued. I didn't get to see, basically, naturally, the beginning of who said what to whom first, or the initial wreck. This was just the video footage is thereafter, the alleged car crash or whatever. I think my main focus in the video was that the young ladies, after having the altercation with whomever, parties, plural, they should have left. Staying around still fussing and belligerent was only asking for more trouble. And I think we all know that when you linger into any type of argument or trying to push past people to fight or whatever, it can only get worse. It can only get worse. I'm telling you, I watched that video so many times because I was stunned at what I was seeing. I told myself, this can't be what I'm looking at. I know I didn't just see somebody get ran over. And then later, I come across another video by the person whose phone got snatched. And her filming actually showed bodies lying down on the ground after the fact. SUV gone from the scene. And these young people are lying on the ground like behind a car that was parked at the gas station. And I was thinking to myself, how did it get to this point of this female mowing these people down? One girl lying there deceased. Obviously she didn't move because the girl who was filming was saying that the body never moved. And then of course the police are on the scene and looking at the people, I guess trying to talk and see if they're breathing or whatever. It's horrific. And then you fast forward how I came to come across this story. The two ladies were in court. I saw the video on YouTube this week. And one's hobbling in on crutches, banged up, looking crazy. And I somehow in my mind I kept thinking she was the driver, the darker skinned young lady. I kept thinking she was the driver. Of course, now going into the articles, I see that she was obviously the passenger. I always assumed she was the driver only because she seemed more jiggy in the video footage. She was the one that was the one with the braids that they had to keep pushing back and pulling her back, trying to keep her from fighting others or whatever. So naturally, my mind was saying that was the driver. See? Assuming. Because she seemed the most, to me, the one that was the jiggiest, let's say, the one that seemed to want to fight more. Okay? So I assumed she was the driver. I now know that she was not. This is from their reports, from the articles that I read to you. Nonetheless, it is sad because no matter who was fighting the most, the least, the person who got behind the wheel of the car should not have mowed those people down. Because now you can't go back. You can't take back how you felt that night. You can't take back anything. Those people were injured. Okay? 3 were critically injured. 1 deceased. And 1 who is alive and well with 2 kids actually forgives you. You see, sometimes, and I'm seeing this a lot with young people, they want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to be known for something. But see, my thing is, why do you want to be known for being a roughhouser, bully, instigator? Why? Life is short. You see that pretty girl, she's no longer here because somebody wanted to prove a point and they mowed her down. And maybe they weren't intentional in trying to hurt her per se, but it doesn't matter. She was behind that SUV and she got killed because you were careless and reckless and wanted to be seen, and that's my opinion. And that's just from watching what little I saw of the video. The constant back and forth, back and forth. Like I said, I saw people fighting and tussling. I really couldn't say who was started what because how could you? You just see a bunch of people tussling at first and different people falling on the ground and different things. Different people tagging other people, the girls or whatever. But I'm just saying as the video ensues, at some point, in my opinion, those two should have went on. Because my thing is, once you feel that you have gotten jumped or beaten or someone's gotten the best of you, why would you stay around the scene? Why not leave? Because maybe had you left, those people would be walking around fine and one Miss Sanel Tucker would be alive today. And I don't know if Miss Sanel, those were her friends or people she hung with, but my goodness, those were not a group of young ladies that anyone should have been hanging with because both had previous arrest records. And yes, we are all tainted and flawed. Let me say that before some of you jump on getting stupefied. But most of the records that I heard of that was mentioned in court were not obtaining licenses, revoked license. That was mentioned in one of the young ladies' arrest records. So you see, nobody should have been driving a car, had access to a car. Because now how crazy is that? One has a revoked license. You see where I'm going with that? Yeah. And now somebody's dead. And some other people are in recovery now from broken bones. And lucky to be alive, quite frankly. Because if one was already deceased, the other ones are surely lucky to be alive. This is a tragic tale. And I'll probably give this message, send this message to young people and tell them you don't have to partake in shenanigans. Be your own person. Think for yourself. Lead by example. You see something getting jiggy, remove yourself. Say, you know what? This isn't me. I don't roll like this. And I don't have to roll like this. I got things I'm trying to do with myself. And I'm better than this. And I understand things can jump off very quickly when we're with people and we want to take up for them, or we don't want them to get hurt or harmed, or just, hey, like I said, you just want to show out and prove who you are. But now look at the end result of some people fighting at a gas station, neither party getting on and getting on their way. Instead of doing the right thing, is calling the police when your car has been hit by another car. And we already know most people won't call the police. They don't have car insurance. So you rather argue. And then one thing begat another. And now someone is deceased. Just a bunch of BS, silliness, and pettiness. And as I always say, buffoonery and pure ignorance. Because now that young lady, Miss Sanel Tucker, is no longer living. I will bring you an update on this story. If you would like to log on to YouTube to watch the video, the court appearance of these two females, you can log on to YouTube to watch the court appearance of these two, Miss Miranda Chantel Wallington, 28, and Fana Anquette Felton, 27, who could be facing the death penalty for killing this young lady and injuring these other civilians at the gas station. Tragic tale, very tragic tale, very tragic tale. And sadly enough, October 12th, and we all know what happened on October 12th in another city in America. Full moon, I guess. Straight up BS. Just ignorance. I don't know what to say. But log on to YouTube if you want to watch the court appearance of these young ladies. And they also said that the video is available. I found it on someone's YouTube, on a Facebook page. I don't know if I should even mention their name. This person may not want their name thrown out like that for people to go on their page, but this other young lady put it on her page. Is how I found it. It's a public page on Facebook, but it's messed up, really messed up. Till the next video, you guys, thanks for joining me and watching and sharing. You guys be safe out there shopping, okay? And I love you guys so much, my fans, my subscribers, new participants who watch me. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.